into everyone's life. The World Trade Center, the Pentagon, a subway in London, a train in Spain, a convention in California, a tourist hotspot in France, a nightclub in Orlando, a Christmas market in Berlin. No one seems safe anywhere. Millions of displaced, devastated people are fleeing their homelands, potentially giving terrorists cover to blend into and infiltrate Western nations. Rogue regimes such as North Korea already have the bomb, and other nations like Iran are on the threshold. Barbaric terrorists threaten our safety and our very way of life. Even as the caliphate is crumbling and ISIS is on the run, fleeing ISIS fighters are exporting their savagery to more locations. ISIS-inspired killers are hiding among us. There seems to be a collective growing sense that things can't go on this way much longer. And then there's the world economy, which, while doing well on many fronts, seems increasingly fragile, susceptible at any time to a geopolitical crisis. The United States is $20 trillion in debt, and that number is climbing. The debt bomb must explode at some point, triggering financial Armageddon. In addition to all these things, there's an increasing indifference and malaise, and sometimes outright militancy, toward the central truths of the Christian faith and practice. Anti-Christian momentum is palpable. Hate and hostility toward Bible-believing Christians is on the rise. Christians are taking fire. Believers who dare even to question the legitimacy of same-sex marriage and gender fluidity are labeled haters and homophobes. Believers in Jesus Christ now find themselves playing in enemy territory in American culture, and the crowd is getting more and more hostile. Pornography is metastasizing like a deadly cancer and infecting an entire generation of young men and women. The young are swallowing a deadly cocktail of toxic ideas in the name of love and tolerance. We have front row seats to a moral freefall. We're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Time seems to be running out. What can we do? Are we living in the last days? Many of us have probably asked ourselves at some point whether we're living in the last days. Maybe we've asked it more often in recent times. When we ask about living in the last days, what we're really asking is, are we living in the final days before the apocalypse? Is this the end of the age predicted in the Bible? In the New Testament, the term last days or last times refers most often to the last days of the church on earth or this current age. See 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, James chapter 5, verse 3, 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 20, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. All the way back in the 1st century, the Apostle Peter said, "The end of the world is coming soon." 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. Even in New Testament times, the apostles sensed that they had moved dramatically closer to the consummation of God's plan for this world. The Old Testament age had ended. They were now living in a brand new era. For the apostles, the end of the age was already a present reality. The Scriptures indicate that the first coming of Jesus Christ inaugurated the last days for the church. According to the New Testament, we are living right now in these last days. Now, in these final last days, He has spoken to us through His Son. God promised everything to the Son as an inheritance, and through the Son He created the universe. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2. The Apostle John even calls this present age the last hour. Dear children, the last hour is here. You have heard that the Antichrist is coming, and already many such Antichrists have appeared. From this we know that the last hour has come. 1 John chapter 2, verse 18. According to the New Testament, the last days commenced with Christ's first advent and will close with the return of the Lord to catch His bride, the church, away to heaven. Therefore, the entire current age, commonly known as the church age, is known as the last days. labeling this as the last days.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.